Nintendo's Takashi Tezuka recently talked about the future of 2D Mario games. He said he wanted to take them in a new direction. He said he wanted to top the new Super Mario Bros. Games. Miyamoto agreed. He elaborated on this, and he says, now that creative power is in the hands of the fans, it's time for Nintendo themselves to do something new with the 2D Mario series and move it in a new direction, he says.
Honestly, I hope the new direction doesn't mean they're leaving level maker tools behind and that, Super Mario Maker is the only thing we're going to get. Because Super Mario Maker is one of the most intuitive level creation programs I have ever had the pleasure of checking out. And I'd love to see an editor as a standard feature in the future 2D Mario games, not just a standalone homage sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Especially since I think something like this has the potential to reach more people if it's bolted onto a traditional 2D Mario game.
Perhaps. I mean, here's what I kind of imagine the trajectory being is 2D Mario is moving in a new direction, and it doesn't have a level editor or anything. Nintendo is doing that just the way they did past 2D Mario games. But Mario Maker, I imagine, is going to be sort of a platform more than it is a game. I mean, I think it's a prime candidate to come to NX pretty much at launch. And now that we're seeing other companies move into this sort of space where games are going cross-gen, and especially digital games and heavily online games are going cross-gen, I'm imagining that Super Mario Maker is going to be more of this thing where you play the game no matter what console it's on, and that includes on NX. And then that'll include, whatever consoles Nintendo makes after NX, they'll just keep bringing Mario Maker along with it and offer it as this sort of eternal platform for 2D Mario creation, and then have the 2D Mario series exist separately. I imagine it looking kind of like what Minecraft looks like right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting vision. Especially if they keep adding to it over time.
And then, of course, I imagine, with every new sort of breath of life that they put into it, they would maybe say, get, the new Super Mario Maker for $20. It's on NX, it has all these new tile sets like slopes and checkpoints and mini bosses that everyone's been asking for. That's sort of their way to re-promote it on the new thing.
I guess for me, the side of me that wants to see Nintendo embrace services in that way also wants me to see Nintendo approach services in such a way that they aren't constantly charging you again and again for the same sort of thing. Like, I could see them maybe having, a service like you described, and then you buy the new Mario game, and then all of a sudden you get all these assets from the new Mario game.
Yeah, I think that would be a nice move.
That would be really cool, yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Especially since so many people have been so vocal about wanting to move away from that whole idea that you have to keep rebuying things.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, thank you for listening to this Nintendo Week clip, NWC. If you like what you hear, please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more highlights and discussion videos from Nintendo Week podcast, or subscribe to us on iTunes for weekly breakdowns of all your Nintendo news, discussion segments on subjects, games, and more, and tons of other features. Thanks for listening, and we will see you tomorrow with another NWC.